What's going on? What's going on? You're not kicking it with King J and the good news, man. And we have a special guest here today, man. Renegade El Rey. What's going on,
Yeah,
man?
yeah. What's happening, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling alive, man.
Oh yeah, every day,
Hey,
every
man.
day.
So I'm gonna jump right into it. First of all, before we
Okay.
even get into what I want to get into, man, I know you got a lot of great things going on, man. Just tell the people a little bit about the good news of whatever you got going on right now in your life.
I gotta even think on it. It's so much. I don't know what y'all consider good news. You feel me? But right now I am pushing an album that we have out. It's called "It Wasn't Overnight." So we've been pushing that. We got some dope features on it. So but most importantly, it's featuring me. So that's the main thing on my brain every day is making sure that we push the product and that the people know about it, because every time y'all hear it, it's new to you, and once you hear it, you ain't gonna forget it. You feel me? So we pushing that and I'm constantly
Yeah.
working towards new projects and working towards to get this whole movement elevated. So
Okay. We're gonna jump into that because on my ride over here, man, I listened to the whole project. It wasn't overnight, man, and that jump was really amazing, man.
I appreciate
I've
it.
heard a few songs off the project, but I've never dove into the whole
Yeah,
project.
yeah, yeah.
And I don't feel like it was a bar wasted, man.
Man, I hate that. I don't take a bar off. It's like hooping. It's like hooping a football. I say can't take a play off.
Yeah,
You feel me?
nah.
So yeah, that's where I'm
it
at with it.
was no bar wasted. It also was like you had messages in every song.
Yeah, indeed. I personally don't sit down and listen to a beat and think to just say whatever. You know what I mean? It's always what can I say? Some people just speak to just say something, and
Yeah.
some people speak to say something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm
Don't let
always
that go
trying
over
to
your
say
head.
something. I'm always making sure I say something because if not, it's like, what we doing it for? Just to, I
Yeah.
can style on a nigga. You know what I mean? We can do that. We can just kick bars to kick bars because we can kick bars. But like at the end of the day, if it didn't really make you feel, I feel like we wasted the time. So
Nah, that's real,
yeah,
man.
yeah, I don't even finish them songs. If it's like if I ain't feeling it, that song might not make it past the first verse in the hook.
Mm-hmm.
It'll never get the light of day.
Man, you had a lot of different flows on that. That's what I recognized on it, man. It wasn't just like one flow, man. You jumped into a lot of flows. I heard a lot of different influences
Yeah.
and whatnot. Like, so, I mean, to tap into that, like, who are some people that influence you in your music?
I would say I always gotta say the entire game when people ask me that, and then I'll get specific into it and say, the likes of Black Thought from the Roots Band,
Okay.
and Jigga, of course, Nas,
Yeah.
Eminem, Ball and G. UGK, Outkast, of course, Scarface, Common, the whole game. Like I said, you still got the West Coast flavor with the G Child, which is Warren G, and Snoop. You got the Snoop and Dre, but then what about the rest of the G-Funk era, which was the Twins, and
Yeah.
the Dub Shack. So I listened to some of everybody.
Yeah.
And it all helped mold me and shape me as an MC.
Nah, I could definitely tell that, man. Like, me being an MC myself, man, I really enjoyed the project because I heard so many different flows. I heard the messages and how you got certain things off, man. The switch up was just, I was just like, oh yeah, this is like an artist. This is like a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
indeed.
Person that I could definitely vibe with. Put this on my weekly playlist and whatnot.
Yeah,
But we gonna rewind a little bit because I want the people to get a full grasp of who you are as a person, who you are as a not even just an artist, because you're also an audio engineer.
Indeed.
You're a songwriter.
Indeed.
You went to Full Sail.
Indeed.
Yeah, and not just Grammy nominated, Grammy winning.
Yeah. Shout out to God.
Yeah,
We
so
won one.
like I
got the trophy.
Where you want to start with that, man? Like because it's
That's a lot. You
yeah,
just dive in.
I did my research, bro. I did my research because it's like it's one thing to appreciate you just as an artist, but then when you invite somebody to your platform, you gotta really dive into who they are and whatnot.
Right,
So I really dove into like I looked up and saw that you graduated from Full Sail. You know what I'm saying? Like so, how has audio engineering helped you? With everything else that you got going on.
Currently with the path that I am on, the path that I have been on, audio engineering is the reason. I've always been an artist, and I will always be an artist is what I tell everybody every single day. Because some people think that I was an engineer that was like, I want to rap too. No, nigga, I've been rapping, and I'm gonna always keep rapping. But I had to make myself stand out from the rest. I had to give myself value. So what better way to give myself value, make myself the person that needs to be the go-to person? What other way, or what better way than to be the audio engineer? Because I could have been a producer, and that's dope, right? Producers are always needed, but those are the two people that's always needed, right? The producer and the engineer. Out of those two people, who's always needed? The engineer. So I made sure that I made myself the person that everybody had to go to. I did it. I always say I did it a little bit too well, because now it's like I'm juggling what I'm doing, what they doing, what I'm doing, what they doing, but that's a blessing at the same time. So, being an audio engineer is the reason why people even know me, and why people got comfortable with me, to be like, oh, damn, that's yours. Oh, buddy, you going crazy. You get what I'm saying? And then it's like, okay, he one of us. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and that's exactly how it went. Being able to be invited in the rooms after years of cleaning toilets and running food errands, and making sure everybody else was straight, just on the customer service end of things, and then to get invited in the room, like, what you think of this, and then okay, what can you do to this, and what can you add to this, and then when I say, oh, can I spit some, or can I add some, and then be like, alright, and then be like, oh yeah, you get what I'm saying, to the point where you get the, yo, I got this, what's the name, I need you to put a hook on it, I got this, what's the name, let me see if you got a bridge for it. You get what I'm saying, to the point where now I'm presenting the music, like, hey, I got this, woo woo, I wrote this, woo woo, man, y'all gotta use this. You get what I'm saying? And then it be taken into extreme consideration. You know what I mean? It's not like it's getting put in the pile over there. You get what I'm saying? To get going through later. It's like we finna jump on this right now. You know what I'm saying? So audio engineering made it was the gateway.
So just a little quick, just to drop a gem on the people, like, how important is it to adding value besides just being an artist?
I mean, it's the difference, night and day. You know them, my kids. It's the difference, night and day, because, like I said, everybody rap, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, what makes you different than the other artists?
Yeah.
And that's it in itself, because everybody comes a dime a dozen like they want to tell us. That's not the case.
Yeah.
But they always want to be like, oh, it's just a rapper. I can get another. I find another rapper. Nigga, you can't find another rapper like me. One, but two, once I'm the one that's recording, I'm the one that's writing, I'm the one that's mixing it, I'm the one that's making it flavorful. You know what I mean? Now you can't find another one of me.
Yeah. Nah, that's real. Y'all make sure y'all add some value to y'all, like, because it can get you in rooms that, just
right.
So many rappers out here. It's just like, all right, what else can you do? You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to bring something else to the table. So
you got to think about the artists that, like, what about the people that's graphic designers? And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, them people need it too. So a lot of us are out here that's in the entertainment industry, that's in the entertainment community. A lot of us are using what we got to get us in different rooms and show our extreme value, right? Because it's like, you might need this right now, but I got more than what you think you need. I got what you really need. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, understood. And you're originally from Memphis.
All day, every day.
Yeah. How long you been in Georgia?
I've been here since 09, man.
09.
So let's do the math.
So what was that transition like? Like, what made you come to Georgia?
Music.
Okay.
Off top. Yeah, it's simple answer. Yeah.
So, I mean, I know, but we're going to let the people know you are an engineer at Stank On Your Studios.
Yeah. I currently manage Stank On Your Studios. I'm the head audio engineer. I'm the mixing engineer over there. And, I work with the guys, you know what I mean? Big boys and Killer Mikes and whatnot. So, those are the guys that I work with on a regular basis. So shout out to the homies. Shout out to Yoda, Organized Noise. Yoda is Ray Murray. Shout out to OG Funk, we call him OG Funk, but it's Sleepy Brown. Okay. So shout out to the whole DF that brought me in, and they are also part of the reason why Atlanta took me seriously. Yeah. Because it's like, nah, he one of us type deal. So then it kind of just built from there.
How has being around them helped shape who you are as a person and an artist and an engineer?
Man, it's extremely influential because as an artist, I grew up just like all of us. I grew up listening to them, so then it's one thing to catch the influences from that point of view, from that perspective of just being the listener, the consumer, and then being in the room with them and seeing how they create and the science behind it. So I just had this conversation the other day. Like, a lot of people think that making songs is just making songs and it's just art. And yes, it is. But once you add the science to the art, that catapults the artistry. You know what I mean? Like, for an artist that draws or paints, right? Somebody might say, okay, for me to just draw a curve this way, then that's one thing. But for me to know what the difference between this curve and the difference between this curve does and how it looks, and then if I do it with a pen or a pencil, and then I take my thumb and smear it over here, you know what I mean, give it that shadow, that's the science behind the art. So when you take that and you put that to music, understanding that catapulted my artistry, that catapulted my songwriting ability, and then to couple that with audio engineering, right? Yeah. Now I know how I as an artist need to perform because I know how you as an artist need to perform. So that catapults my songwriting ability as well. And then to be around these guys daily and see how they juggle being fathers just as I am. You heard my kids knocking at the door right now. You know, me witnessing them juggling that as fathers let me know, okay, you know, I ain't the only one going through this, and you know, it kind of helps you navigate and push through even more. Because I would say without that, you would think that your struggles are unique to you. Yeah, you mean I'm the only one going through this. People don't understand this, and then till you have church, which is having the conversation. Yeah, you know what I mean? Oh, we realize we all going through this, and then that's fellowship right there. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? And we can, you know what I did? I did wham. You know what I usually do? You know what I mean? Start passing these ideas and these suggestions, and then that helps us grow as a community and be better fathers and juggle that with music. So in totality, to answer that question, being around them guys helped mold me as a young adult even the more. You know what I'm saying? Because we get skills and we pick up a lot of different things where we go and who we be around, you know. And growing up in Memphis, it helps you build character. Yeah. I grew up in the church. My mom made sure we stayed in church, so that added character. Yeah. Right? Being an athlete, that added character. And then coming here and being around these guys, that just added a whole nother form of character in the music industry because I was a baby to the music industry.
Hey man,
it's a lot.
Listen up, man.
It's a
real,
lot to it, but you know, I'm thankful nonetheless for sure.
Yeah, and I also know, you know, like I said, I've been digging my research. You got your own brand,
for sure.
Tell them about your own
Southern
brand,
Eagle
man.
Music Group. You know, that's the platform that we rocking right now. You know, merch, music, but that's what we do everything under. Whether it's recording, whether it's mixing, whether it's songwriting, you know, whether it's live audio engineering. You know, we do it all.
How'd you come up with that name?
I mean, one. I had a line in one of my old mixtapes back in high school, and I said it was somewhat to the effect of being an eagle. You always see me alone, but just like that eagle, I'm on the dollar. You know what I mean? So it was like play on words or whatnot. Yeah. So I took that particular line, that particular verse, and I just started calling myself the eagle. Everybody would hear me say the eagle, you know, as like an alias or whatever. So when it came time to creating a brand of my own, you know, I got to thinking about what would make it stand out. So I thought about American Eagle, but
of course
you got American Eagle. So it's like, okay, well, what would make it take it to a further that thought? Well, I'm Southern bred, I'm Southern made. So there you go, Southern Eagle, trademark that.
Understood, man. I always like to see the logo, man, but you always got to put people on game and let them know what's up, man.
Yeah, indeed.
And we're going to dive into this album, man. It wasn't overnight, man. I heard the intro, man. It sounded like the intro was from a live show.
Yeah. Actually, what it was we had a listening event while we were still in the shaping stages of the album, and we had a private listening event, and we just mic'd the room. Yeah, you know, so like most of those interludes that you hear on the project, that's coming directly from that.
Right. I know I
You
heard
know,
La Shep on there.
yeah, shout out
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Lala. She's been down for the whole ride for the most part, you know. So yeah, that was her. She was moderating the listening event,
Okay.
and everything that you hear, all the people like there was just like live feedback right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
No punches held, you know. So you able to see what you like, what you didn't like, and what we did was we also gave like packets
Yeah.
so people could rate the songs and rate the songs anonymously. So you don't got to put your name on it because I don't want you to feel like I'm gonna read your name and be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's anonymous. Ain't no names on it. You just give me your honest feedback. Did you like it? Did you not? What would you do better? Should this go? Woo, woo, woo? Should this make the album at all? You know, all of that type of stuff. And you know, I think we got some real valuable feedback out of that. And I went home like a teacher does, and
Yeah.
I went through every last one of them to
Got
see
to.
what people actually honestly felt to the project, and then we came away with some good footage too.
I think it's definitely a dope project from top to bottom, no skips. But talk to me about like what's some of your favorite records off the project, and also what's some of your favorite features off the project.
You know, I'm like a parent on that. It's like I can't say I like one of my kids better.
Yeah.
You know, this kid might make me laugh. This kid might motivate me. You know what I mean? It's that for me.
Yeah.
You know, because I listened to it a million gazillion times before the word even got hold of it.
Yeah.
You know, and we had to do at least like 40 records for this joint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we narrowed it down to 8. You know what I mean? And then you got the 4 interludes, so then that's the 12 tracks on the project. So I say all that to say these are the best of the best.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
Gotcha.
I made sure that when listening over and over and over again, does this compete? Does this still hold up? You know, years after, like a lot of people might think we just made this project, but we didn't.
Yeah.
This project has been like 4, maybe even 5 years in the making. And it's at time after time, does this still hold up? I like it, but does it still hold up? And yeah, it does. So I say that to say, I love all the records on there. If I was to say anyone that makes me feel any kind of way, you know, Itchy Palms makes me still to this day hop on the E-way and ball out. You know what I mean? I like to kind of test records like that, like a record that just gives me the energy to just want to drive fast. That lets me know that, okay, I got something that's going to drive the people because it's driving me. I try my best to step outside of myself as the writer, step outside of myself as whatever, the creator, and just go into consumer mode. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is still making me feel a kind of way. Like overnight, when like that's the first record, and off top it made me feel like game day. You know, like I'm okay. This ain't happening overnight. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think one of the records that kind of touched my heart even the more would be like Successful.
Okay.
Because well, it's not. We changed the name from Successful to Life Goals actually.
Okay. Yeah.
So but that record was one of those records and one of those moments that I rarely like dive all the way in. You feel me? And give you like my unfiltered thought that I'm scared to give. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I can give you my thoughts in terms of me being, you know what I mean? But I can give you that because I'm that all day.
Yeah.
But the nakedness, if you will, the nakedness of my fears. I'm talking about like how my kids gonna look at me if I don't make it. You get what I'm saying? All that. Those records, you know, I try my best not to dive in because on this fight of being an artist, on this fight of being an independent artist, it's easy to fall into a stage of depression.
Yeah.
So I like that's why I pick beats that's upbeat, and I stay up.
Yeah.
Because if I go down too much, you know what I mean. Like I tell some of the homies, don't even tip your toe into that. You know what I mean? Because depression is like quicksand. You get what I'm saying? And it's easy to fall into that when you just think about where you're not in life, opposed to appreciating where you are, and opposed to looking for where you want to go. That's what in my music I make sure I'm looking at where I want to go and I know where I'm at.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because when I get to think about the other, it go the other way. So being with all that being said, me tipping my toe in there to show my fears, and it's still coming out dope the way it did. It was like, yeah, I love that.
Right with I know you from Memphis, got the Memphis background. I heard Project Pack on the project too.
Yeah,
You
shout
know what
out
I'm
to
saying?
Pat,
Like
PATs.
it just it's just a certain lingo that they had, man, and he gave you that lingo on that song. That was just like it just kind of
Yeah,
make you smile, especially if you grew up in
yeah, in
that
that
Project
era,
36
yeah,
area,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
how that feature come about.
I mean, well, we got 2 records, so that's one of them, and then another record is a record called NPR, Money, Power, Respect.
Okay.
So when we did Money, Power, Respect, then he did the hook on that too.
Yeah.
You know, so I've been having these records for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
I just been sitting on them and waiting for the right moment for it to come out and to make it for it to make it appreciate itself.
Mm-hmm.
So adding currency on that record that catapults the fact that Pat is on that record anyway.
Yeah.
And then coupling a Project Pat and Currency record right next to a Killer Mike and CeeLo record.
Yeah, we're gonna dive into
That make a
too.
nigga look like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But more so, making a nigga look like, ooh, well, that make you feel like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because you ain't see Killer, and I ain't talking about you. I'm just talking about
No, I
a
got you.
listener.
Yeah.
You ain't see Killer getting on that joint in the first place, let alone opening it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're not reading what's going on and you just listening, like some listeners, we like to just dive in and see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you ain't see Killer jump on that. You ain't see CeeLo come behind him with a hook and a whole choir of his own.
Yeah.
That's him.
Crazy.
You get what I'm saying? And then to come right back behind that with Pat and Currency. You ain't. You get what I'm saying? These roller coasters and punches going on. So shout out to them to them guys for blessing the project in itself. And it wasn't overnight because we've been molding them records for a minute.
Man, I also feel like, man, artists like yourself, myself, a lot of dope artists that we know, man, we have a lot of records.
Yeah.
That's just sitting. But I think sometimes when people always say like, man, you got to put these records out, but the records that we make are more like investments. So you have to kind of sit on them sometimes so that they're appreciated over time. So like, how important is it for you, like with all these records, do you ever feel rushed to put records out, or you kind of just take your time with them and let them appreciate over time?
I got to take my time with them. I feel rushed as an artist because it's like, I just painted this. I want y'all to see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I also have to be mindful that it's not always ready. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just, as soon as I drop a verse, send it out to the world. That ain't, you know what I mean? It's not going to be appreciated for the energy that I had. It's going to be viewed as the art, and does this art weigh up to the other art we've been listening to? All of that. So it's like I take that into, I take the extreme criticism into account.
Yeah.
And candidly speaking, I like to shut a motherfucker up. So, like I tell my kids that all the time, shut me up. You know when I come in the house, I'm going to say, did you clean your room? You know when I'm going to come in the house, I'm going to say, did you do your homework? You know what I mean? Do it. Do it already. So when I be like, did you do it? You be like, yup. So music-wise, that's what I be on. I be like, I just want to shut a nigga up. You know what I mean? Like, what else you got to say?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I could just release the records because I just want to release the records.
Yeah.
But that ain't gonna shut a nigga up, because then they be like, he could have did. He could have did. Yeah, nah. I'll put this out. Boom. Yeah, that bitch hard.
Sound like a whole song
in itself,
man. Just the subject of just setting people up, man.
Yeah,
you know
like enjoy the art. This is dope, and I make sure I put my all into it so you can feel it.
Yeah.
Feel that we put our all into it.
Nah, bro. Like I said, when I rode to it, that was my first time hearing the project full. I listened to it the whole way here, and it wasn't a bar wasted, man. The project,
Thank you.
it wasn't.
Because you dope
overnight.
yourself, so
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate
bro.
it.
That shit was amazing, bro. And I'm kind of mad at myself for not already listening to it. But it's like us as artists, sometimes we don't want to dive too much into something because we don't really want influence from too many things.
Indeed.
But also, respect to, the real ones out here. You got to tap into these people
I'm
projects.
so glad you said that, because a lot of people don't realize that about another artist.
Yeah.
It's like I'm already in a different mode, writing on something, working on something, just because like every little thing influences me in my day and what I'm going to say on this record.
Yeah.
So I don't want to dive in what you just emailed me or text me or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't dive into it just yet because I'm actually in the middle of a verse. Like for me, I write verses on the go as I'm driving, taking these folks to school, get up in the morning, hop in the shower, whatever. I might be piecing the bar together here and there, piecing the verse together, got the beat rolling, all of this type of stuff. So any and everything influences that next line.
Yeah.
So I don't want your project or what you got going on. I don't want that to deter me, stop me any kind of way. So it's like, I'm gonna get to it, but let me finish this verse. You know what I mean? So I'm so glad you said that, because a lot of times that's why it takes us as artists so long to listen to another artist. It's like, let me finish what I'm coloring first, what I'm crafting, and then I jump into the homie jump.
That's real, man. I think sometimes, a lot of times, people take it personal.
Yeah.
When you don't be like, you heard it yet? You heard it? Like, hey, bro, they giving nigga time. Bro. Like, I got you, dog.
There's so much going on right now. I definitely plan on listening to it, though.
So we're gonna jump into the Grammy, man. How has it affected you mentally, spiritually? Being able to, defeat that, and grab that accolade.
I would say every achievement makes me thank God. The same way every failure makes me thank God.
That's real.
So it's just another one of those things that you can look up to God and be like, I appreciate that, and then for me, that makes me, it focuses me even more. It adds more drive, and then it makes me be like, okay, let me be more specific, God.
Yeah.
Okay, you answered that one, God. Okay. You funny. For me, this is how I'm thinking. You funny, cause I prayed for it. I prayed for it. Ooh, but you gave it to me as an engineer. You funny. You funny. I appreciate that. But okay. So this time, God, let me get that Grammy for my record as an artist, God. That's what I'm on right now.
Yeah.
That's my journey. So people like, what you mean you put it back in its box? Nigga, I put it back in the box and put it back in the closet. Like, why am I focusing on that?
Yeah.
I'm reaching for 10 more.
Yeah.
Once I get to 10, then I put them up. But right now I'm focusing. I ain't trying to look back at what I did.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I did it. We did it. You know what I mean? But it's so much more that I'm trying to get. Not trying. It's so much more that I am going after.
I'm glad you said that.
That I ain't looking at that Grammy no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I appreciate it, and the world appreciates it. I appreciate the world appreciating it.
Yeah.
But for me, Renegade, I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's in the box, so them kids can't mess with it.
Yeah.
Because they dying to get their hands on it.
Yeah.
But more importantly, it's just because I don't want to look at what I did. I want to look towards what I'm doing.
Nah, that's real, man. So I something I just ask everybody when they come on, man. You got to share some gems to the younger generation, to the younger artists, the younger engineers coming up, man. Just give them something to grow on, some knowledge, some wisdom that they can use, that you feel like you can drop for them, man.
It's so many things that we learn on this journey. I wish I can give it to everybody in its totality, but if I were to pick out any couple of things, I would say, one, always seek to be better. Seek to be better, know better, do better, right? And there's so many different aspects of that in itself, right? So that's a bag of emotions. That's a bag of knowledge. That's a bag of discipline that I just threw out right there. You know what I mean? Seek to know better, do better, be better. And then the other thing is trust yourself.
Yeah.
So as we are seeking to be better and do better, we get stronger in what we're doing, stronger in what we're practicing. This art, this discipline of art. We know something.
Yeah.
I got something over here. You get what I'm saying? I've been crafting something. I got some dope shit over here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So just because it's different from what they doing over there, you can't let a nigga make you think what you doing ain't it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And that's the part where I say you got to trust yourself. And the more you work at it, the more you start seeing that I actually am doing something. So there's no reason for you to doubt it. You get what I'm saying? Now, okay, I can see if I started at ground zero.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At this point, I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
I ain't did nothing. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Now, because we are always seeking to be better, do better, that's going to check us anyway.
Yeah.
So we don't feel like what we did, now I'm him.
Yeah.
I can't be told nothing because I'm always seeking to be better, do better.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That real.
So it's like its own checks and balances. I think if I was to throw out anything, those two things in itself will keep us all striving for more and going 100%
Yeah.
more than anything. Yeah.
Nah, for sure. That's some real knowledge, and I hope y'all hear and y'all understand that, man. Before we wrap up, I just want you to. Is there anything you want to leave with the people, as far as like, anything you promoting right now, any place you want them to follow you, or anything you want them to know that you got going on, shows coming up?
Rock with me on whether it's on your social medias and such. I'm on everything usually at renegade _EL _REY. That's Renegade El Ray. Tap in as far as that movement. I ain't the super social nigga, so it's like I ain't always doing something like look what I ate today, and I'm not doing that. I'm promoting the product, which is the music that we do. So I'm pushing that. So definitely rock with me on that. If you're listening on anything on any streaming sites or whatever, tap in if you like the music. If not, it's cool. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna have something that you gonna like, so dive in. Sort it around, figure something out, and if not, I have something sooner or later for you to rock to. But yeah, let it be organic. Let's rock. I'm here. You're gonna see me more and more and more and more, and it's just gonna go up and up and up and up. Like Shadur said, a lot of people waiting on me to fail, but it ain't gonna happen. Yeah, it's time. So yeah, that's what we on.
Already, man. Well, this is Renegade El Rey, man, and this is the good news with King J, and we out.
Yeah.